And here we are with the champ, Jordan Sood. How you doing, my friend? The man himself, undefeated.
Hey, yeah, I'm good, bro. I'm very well. Training's crazy, so I'm always tired, but I'm good, man. How about you?
He's got the big battle arena belt, got a lovely blue belt. Congratulations as well, my man.
Thank you.
You can quit now. You completed
That's
it.
it. That's what I'm thinking. I don't need to do no more jiu-jitsu. I've
Off in the
completed it all. You know
sunset.
what I mean?
He's over there somewhere. Go out of the Golgo Plaza, escape the triangles.
Yeah,
What more do you want? Everything else is just extra. It's not fair at this point. You're OP. But no, I'm
that's
all
it,
good,
man.
my
That's
man.
it.
I'm all good. So a couple of things I wanted to chat to you about in general. One was your PTs. We'll go into that a little bit. Obviously,
Mhm.
let people know about that. Was good. But just chatting
Yeah,
about you in general, really, 'cause it's very interesting seeing we fought in the same shows a few times. We fought in the one in
a
March.
few times.
I didn't
Yeah,
even realize as well.
few times, man. Yeah, it's crazy.
We sort of passed like ships in the night. I didn't even know each other were there. Look at that. It's quite sweet. So,
That's
regards
it.
of the mindset, this is what I want to go into the biggest thing because watching your fights back, like you have been in some like sticky spots, but you didn't
Mm,
stop whatsoever. What keeps you in there when you're like, okay, this is ain't looking pretty?
yeah, it's a sticky situation still. Yeah,
Sticky one
what I mean,
still.
bro. To be fair, I like drilling from bad positions. So when we're in training, I'll either so say we're rolling, right? So we'll roll. I'll be like, okay, now you take my back, or you get in full mount on top of me, stuff like that, and we'll mimic a lot of MMA stuff. So they'll be punching me also, just so I can try and keep cool under pressure. So really, I'm just always drilling from bad spots, because once you're in the fight and you're there, you're like, whoa,
Mm.
you know what I mean? But I've been there, I've drilled it 1,000 times. So when I'm in there, I can kind of just relax. I know where to position my body, all stuff like that. But yeah, that's probably where it comes from. I'm always drilling from the worst positions.
So, I mean, obviously, in which fight was it? The one with I can't remember how to pronounce it. I'm going to butcher his name, but either way, you're in go-go platters and all sorts of different kind of madness.
Yeah,
Like, it was just
the
one thing to the
cutest.
next. Yeah, I was going to say,
Yeah.
like,
Oh man,
how are you staying composed in that? Like, I doubt you'd draw a go-go platter defense. Let's be honest. Who does that?
bro. He locked me in this go-go platter. I'm like, what the hell's this? I just started punching him, right?
What
You
you
know
just
what? Because
explained
like,
is MMA
yeah,
grappling defense in general. Just start punching and see what happens.
just punching him. It might work, it might not. If it does, you're out. If not, at
You're
least
good
at
doing
least
it.
try. Yeah, so that was a crazy one, bro. Right? So that was that guy's debut. So I'd seen nothing from him previously. I didn't know if he's a striker or a grappler. So I see him at the weigh-ins, right? I looked to my coach. I'm like, fighting this guy. He's massive. This geezer was huge. I was like,
Mm.
what? I'm fighting him. Well, anyway, I was looking forward to obviously a bigger opponent and that. I knew he'd be strong, whether he's a striker or a grappler. But yeah, he surprised me in the first round, man. We touched gloves and he just stormed me, man, took me down. I was like, oh, great. And he was super heavy on top. As you said, he tried all the submissions in the book. Fortunately enough for me, I managed to escape all of them. But man, he had me in some wild predicaments. The go-go platter, he nearly had my arm. He nearly had me in an armbar at one point. I could feel my arm going, like, and then we got out of it. We escaped. But yeah, that was a tough first round, man. That was a really tough first round.
I mean, the fight in general, one thing to really sort of note, you can see it from his sort of demeanor, the way he sort of carried himself, is
Yeah.
confident at the first, confident in the second. I'm going to get him, going to get him. But then he didn't get you. Then what? And as soon as you had his back, I see one hook in as well. Like he wasn't really fighting at that point. It's like, you know what? He's just got me now. You know what I mean? He's just got me.
Yeah.
And that sort of grit of like, I'm just going to keep coming. You've got to work it out
Mm,
at some point. I love that. The absolute
100%.
grind.
1,000,000%, man. Because it's like the way, well, when we went back to the corner, my coach was telling me, Steve at the time,
Mm.
he was saying he's done everything he can possibly do. And, I'm thinking, yeah, he threw the kitchen sink at me and he still ain't got me out of there. And I looked across at the cage to him and I could see a defeated man almost. I looked him right in the eyes and I thought, now we'll play my game. Now we'll play my game. So I was just like, I was boxing his head off. I was, throwing kicks. I was having my way with him really in the second and the third.
Mm.
And yeah, I could tell, I already won the fight by that point, but I just wanted to finish him. And then obviously in the third round, we got that choke. We only got one hook in. We got the choke in, but yeah, I think he was, especially after that first round, bro. He tried everything. And he's like, well, we've got nothing else to do. Let's just try and fight him. And
Oh,
then
mate.
that, didn't end up well for him.
That's the bit of what happened in all of that is being a well-rounded mixed martial artist, again, not being a striker, not being a grappler, not being one-dimensional, and having that mindset. Okay, that didn't work. Now what? That constant evolution. I'll tell you something. We had a Greg Jackson seminar years ago at our gym, and one thing he spoke about was this concept of, say you're swimming and you're knackered and you're trying to reach for the edge and you just miss it. That heart sink of, oh fucking hell, it's not there yet, and you commit to it.
Yeah,
You get them doing that. They have that locked in rear naked choke. You see Paddy Pimblett against the Soren back, Cage Warriors, first round of 5, squeezing in his absolute number 1 top position, back body triangle, choke sunk in, everything there. Then what? he's still there. Everything's as it should be. It's like a nightmare. You know, and you can't quite, you punch, you don't quite hit, you can't quite grab him. It's that kind of energy.
Why is it not working?
And then what? And that kind of, it's a thing of nightmares. It's wonderful. Wonderful when you're on the right side of that.
Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah.
So with anything all that in consideration anyway, obviously experienced opponents. Again, the last one you got the belt from, I think it was a vacant belt either way, but last one you did, again, I'm much more experienced, again, showing that sort of composure. We'd love to see it. Now, you had COVID fairly recently as well and coming back and these whole gaps and all this sort of stuff. Like, what was that like going from, undefeated champ, man of the hour to bed bound and, just, I don't know.
Mate, it was horrible. It was horrible, man. I want to say I was probably bedbound for about 3 to 4 days. I was really bad. I had it really rough because I was supposed to fight on the 9th of October card just previously gone. So anyway, prior to COVID, right, I was running. I think I was only about 3 miles, but all of a sudden I felt really dizzy. My eyes just blacked out. I was like, whoa, I'm gonna have to stop there. So it's like the whole week before COVID, just a build-up of roughness. I went and had some all my blood pressure taken and stuff like that, but everything was completely normal. I don't know if it is to the point I've just exhausted myself. I just come out of camp, had a bit of time off and back into camp. So that could have played a part. But yeah, I completely blacked out. I was so dizzy. I had a few days off training. I got back into the gym and I started feeling rough again. Obviously, I did the COVID test, tested positive for that. And I was literally 3 to 4 days in bed, man. It was disgusting. I couldn't walk up the stairs. I couldn't do anything without getting out of breath. I'm usually quite fit. Why is this happening to me?
I would say you're an athlete.
And then, and then after that, a few days after that, I did start to get better. And then by day 10, I was kind of all right. My lungs were still a bit, but I was okay. My biggest fear with it was because people get a lot. It's almost like a long COVID symptom. So they're breathing their lungs and stuff. And obviously with the stuff we do, we want to be able to breathe properly. So that was my biggest concern. But thankfully, I'm all right, man. I'm good.
I mean, this is the thing with COVID as well. The initial sort of rest from training is actually quite nice. It's like 100%, 2 or 3 sessions a day, everything else, all the hours putting all the stress to like, you know what? What's on Netflix? It'll be all right. Another one's all right.
Yeah.
I'll get takeaway, crack on. But then to come back again, this is where I really struggled when I had it as well, was that kind of period from 100% back to 0, then get back up again. Like, what was your easing in period back like? Or did you go straight in, guns blazing?
Kind of just throw myself right into the deep end because the fight got put back to obviously the 13th of November. And I think I got out of isolation for about 9 weeks out. So I did like a kind of easing in. I say easing in, but it's never easy. Yeah. So we kind of eased into it a bit for the first week. And then since like 8 weeks onwards, we've just been full steam ahead, man, going at it. And as I said, thankfully, my lungs have been all right and I felt good. I felt really good. So I think the rest did me well. And then coming back into camp, I was fresh.
That COVID cardio is a wonderful thing. The give and taketh away. So regards to the fight you've got now in November, has that been publicly announced yet, who you've got and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I've announced that. Yeah, that's for the world title. Fighting, I want to say his name's Adrian Albert from Ireland.
Oh, yeah, I've seen posted, yeah. Be an interesting one. When it comes to opponents you've got coming up, obviously the previous ones you've had debut, so can't much to do on that. Are you going to keep the same attitude of focus on you? You're going to get some study on them? What's that split going to be like for you?
To be fair, with most of sometimes I watch a few fighters. Like my last one, I was supposed to fight someone completely different, and then 4 weeks out, they're like, "Oh, James is going to step in." So I'm like, so I've been preparing for a wrestler for 6-7 weeks or whatever it was.
Mm.
And then I checked this guy out, and he was a wrestler. I was like, yes.
That's it. Works out nicely.
Doesn't matter. We'll just carry on. So he was a wrestler guy. So it didn't really change too much. But in regards to like watching my opponents, I don't really get involved in all that, bro. To be honest, I kind of just like I tell my coach this is who I'm fighting, and he'll go and watch him, and then just pick up little bits from him. Like maybe he's a grappler, so we'll focus on the grappling side of things, the striker, or maybe we'll focus on our striking side of things. But I don't really get involved in that, man. I always just see it. You know, if I put the work in, I'll work hard. I'll be all right. No matter where there might be a better boxer than me, a better wrestler, but I know if I can keep my all-round game sharp, I'll be all right, man. So I don't really get involved in watching their fights and stuff like that. It don't really bother me. You know what I mean? I'm a different kind of fighter to whoever they previously fought anyway. So
no, 100%. Again, fighting itself, I said this to who was it the other day, that we could spar however many days in a row, but if we then have a fight, it will be almost completely different. Different. Just that kind of lights are right.
Yeah.
Like, a man is taking your chin home with you. You're not gonna let him do it. It's a very different
100%. Yeah,
it's totally skill, ain't sport. It's something different.
That's it, man. You know, you got the crowd, the lights, man. It's hot in that octagon as well. The octagon is boiling. It's roasting, man.
Sweating as well.
So that adds a little bit extra to it. But yeah, you're right, man. You can spar 1,000 rounds, but you go into the fight. Oh, it's completely different. It's crazy.
Different energies. One thing I wanted to sort of go into. So, were you previously training with like Corey Belden and like Steve over in Turbo MMA? I think it was.
Yes, Turbo MMA. Yeah. So I trained with Steve for a few years, right? A wicked coach and a wicked person as well. It was me, Corey Belden, and Ryan Sahota, who's previously fought on Battle Arena as well. So I was training with them guys, and yeah, man, it's all good. It's always good work with them guys. You know what I mean? They're obviously talented fighters as well. You've seen what Ryan's done in Battle Arena. Corey as well has gone to pro. But yeah, man, they're two of my closest boys, to be fair. So yeah, they're good guys.
A lot of time for both of them. A lot of time. So where you're training now, is it Warriors Academy? Is that what it's called? Sorry.
Yeah, Warriors TMA Academy. I'm training down there. Coach Pindy is an awesome guy as well. Again, I've known him for a few years. Then I seen he opened up the academy, and I just went down there to see what it's like, get a feel of the place. But yeah, the vibes are unmatched, man. They're really good. And yeah, we're just trying to build it's obviously a new gym, a new reopening gym. So we're just trying to build a team there, man. But we've got some solid guys down there. People, fighters that also want to jump on Battle Arena or want to jump on the Muay Thai or the wrestling competitions. It's good, man. We've got a lot of focused guys and they're all on the same wavelength. So it's nice. It's a nice gym and to be around.
Are you full-time there then, or did you float between the two?
I'm full-time at Warriors now, bro. Yeah, I'm full-time at Warriors TMA now. That's like my home gym. So I'm just, I'm fighting out of there. So all my training's going on down there. All my martial arts training anyway.
That's nice, man. Again, having it all in the same place. Again, the temptation is to with all your friends in different gyms, but then whereas you're training and all the coaches are seeing your progression, there's so many gaps that I'm knackered because I was training there, so I don't know what you look like fresh now. Oh, I've got to save this for that session. All this sort of thing gets spread so thin, they don't know what's clear coming or going. 100%. You know what I mean?
I used to do it all the time. I used to do my martial arts at one place, but then I'll be like, I'll go strike at a different place. I don't know, I'll do like my cage drills at a different place. Oh, it's all crazy, man. I don't want to travel. I just want everything in one place.
That's the thing as well. It's long. It is so long trying to be everyone's mate with it as well. It's like, I've got to see them. I've got to do this. It's hard.
I don't want to. I just want to train. You know what I mean? Just let me train.
This is the hardest thing. And with your training at the minute, then, how are you doing it schedule-wise, regards, like, say, a fight camp? Are you doing lots of different disciplines, or is every session MMA based? How are you doing your sort of splits?
So with the whole martial arts thing, so we'll focus on the Muay Thai because we really want to get the Muay Thai sharp. You know, like the Muay Thai fighters are very, very sharp with everything. So that's what we're trying to emulate, so to speak. But we're also throwing in like takedown stuff like that. So you can kind of say it's martial arts based, but more heavily reliant on getting that sharpness and the speed and the power of Muay Thai. And then obviously we'll do our jiu-jitsu on separate days, our wrestling on separate days. And then we'll do like an MMA spar, so we mesh everything all in together. So to be fair, mate, it works out quite well. It works out very well, actually.
And with your spars then for the MMA, is it little gloves, 3-minute rounds, nice and light, tippy-tappy? Is it basically, bite down on the gum shield and get comfy? What's the general like vibe of it?
Yeah. Yeah, so basically, we don't spar too much in the MMA gloves. We'll have a bit of tippy tappy, but our main sparring sessions, obviously, in the big gloves, gum shielding, and then they'll just knock me out. You know, they'll beat me up. They'll beat me up. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we usually we usually do 6-minute rounds. So I'll do 6 minutes to one person, then they'll go out. 6 minutes to another, and we'll just keep, almost like like a Shark Tank. So they'll all tank me. The boys love it, man. They love it. They love getting me. You know what I mean? But yeah, we'll do a few rounds of that, like with the heavy gloves on, and then sometimes we'll be like, okay, let's get the MMA gloves on. Obviously, you won't hit as hard and stuff like that. But yeah, we just mix it up, bro. To be fair.
That's nice, man. I was getting that little mix of things. And say 6 minutes there. Is that 6 minutes MMA rounds then? Or what's that?
Yeah, 6-minute MMA rounds, but every round's MMA. So 6-minute MMA rounds, and we'll switch to the other person. We'll do 6 minutes again.
So long.
Yeah, very long.
That's
very
so long.
I hate doing it.
Someone argue too long. Fuck that. Like we do 5s at our place, and 5s is a long time. And I'll tell my missus that 5 minutes is a very long time. She don't.
5 minutes.
She disagrees. I said, no, you get the Shark Tank. You tell me it's not 5 minutes long.
5 minutes is super long. I don't want to fight for 5 minutes. Give me 3, and then we'll chill, and then we'll do 3 again, then 3 again.
Give me some flying shit, the 30-second thing, and then go home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get out that sweat on.
That's it, bro. Oh.
Get like Dwayne Ludwig sort of counter, like what's he got, the second fastest knockout in the UFC, like sort of 5 second like slip and rip, bang. That's all it needs.
Bang, see you later.
That's the dream, my friend. That's the dream. So regards to fighting for you, what does it mean to you at this stage? Is it a passion? Is it a career? Or is it something you're doing for a bit of, I don't know. What does fighting mean to you at the minute?
For me, it's a career, but I also do it just because I love it. Like, it's fun. Like, who doesn't love fighting? Let's just fight. Let's just have a little scrap and then celebrate after or whatever. You know what I mean? But yeah, for me, it's more of a it originally started as just like a hobby, right? And then so I did a bit of training. So I've been training for a while now, to be fair. When I was a bit younger, but I didn't get really serious till I was about 18. Then I did like a white collar fight, white collar MMA. I was like, yo, this is sick. I did another white collar fight. I was like, yo, this is sick. I'm just winning. Let's go. And I jumped onto the battle arena and stuff like that.
Kept winning. This is sick. Kept going.
Yeah, let's just do it. Let's just carry on. And then obviously I had my debut at battle arena. And then it was like from that moment, because it's a big step up, you know what I mean, from white collar to amateur. From that moment, I was like, maybe I could kind of make something out of this. And as time's gone on, I've had more fights and stuff. It's kind of, it's like, yeah, we might be able to do this. This might actually work. So yeah, for me, it's like, yeah, career now, and fun as well. I love doing it. You know what I mean? It's good fun.
Little public service announcement. What you just said there, same thing again. White collar MMA and amateur MMA. Yes, it's called amateur. It ain't amateur. It ain't beginners.
No.
It ain't day one. It ain't like, see how you get on. It's a fight. It's pro standard in amateur gloves, pretty much. Especially now at the minute, because what used to be was you'd have amateur, semi-pro, different rule sets, all this sort of thing. And you get a lot of people, it'd almost be a bit flippant. I hate it. When I hear someone say, oh, I barely trained, I was on a hangover and I got the win, I feel insulted. Yeah. I don't think you're the man. I think whoever your opponent was has just been mugged off royally and you just look dickhead. You know what I mean? You disrespected my camp, you disrespected my sacrifices, and you got away like this. I'm not happy with that. I'm not impressed with that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's just that kind of integrity, but this is the point. If you want to do ultra MMA fights, fill your boots, sell some tickets, have some fun. If you want to have an actual fight in an MMA, arena, whatever you want to do it, you got to take it that next step seriously. It's not.
You have to.
It's not a hobbyist thing, like not giving off the pub every in a while. No, it's
serious, man. It's a lifestyle. It really is. Like for my white collar fights, I was just like, we'll turn up and fight. Had my first one. I was tired. I wouldn't have fight, but I was so tired, man. I didn't know about running and stuff like that. I didn't really know too much about it, to be honest. My second one, I started to get a bit more into the groove of it. I was like, so we'll do cardio this day. We'll do this day. And obviously, like when you make that step up to battle arena, I give myself 12 weeks to prepare for that. Because I actually dropped to lightweight for that fight.
I was going to say, you walk around with the big boys now.
Yeah, man, super skinny. So I went to lightweight for that one. Yeah. So I give myself 12 weeks. So I was mentally ready as well. But yeah, a lot of people just think, I'll do a few white collars. We'll just jump on an amateur show. How hard can it be? It's the same thing. But trust me, you're wrong. It's super hard. This is proper. These guys they all want to win. You know what I mean? They all want to progress, take their career to the next step. You know what I mean? You're in their way doing that, so they're gonna try and take your head off, man, for real.
100%, 100%, and rightly so. I tell you what, Chrissy Mountford said it best. And I've said it before, and everyone says it all the time. When you get there, you sign a waiver. In that waiver, it says if you die, it's not their fault.
Yes.
How many times do you sign your life away? Do you know what? Oh yeah, I think it's every now and then. Wait a minute, this is fucking mental.
This is serious now.
I'm in my shorts and my little gloves, but I fight someone in the cage in front of people. This is fucking mental. It's
crazy, bro.
It's crazy. Sport, this is fucking mental. What is my life? You know what I mean? Like,
what's my life come to, right?
I should have listened at school. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These fucking idiots. You've got to stick with it at this point. You know what I mean?
There's no going back now. There's no going back now for us. You know what I mean?
Karate's still open.
Keep doing it, man. Keep signing our life away, man. Hopefully we don't die in there. You know what I mean?
We'll find a kung fu school somewhere. You know, make a day of it. just run away. Just run away from the cage. Run away from everything. With the weight classes as well. This was quite funny because I was rewatching your fights, but in reverse order, recent to like last one, and it looks like. What happened to you? Where did you go? You disappeared. Like you went from a decent sized welterweight to a very sad lightweight. What was that gap like? What was the reason for the weight changes?
So my debut was actually at lightweight. I was like, I don't know, I went to, I've seen on like UFC and stuff like that. I've seen like the size of the welter weights, and I seen it. I'm like, I'm gonna be fighting some dude like this. But now, as time's gone on, I know that it's not that crazy. So I dropped to lightweight. It's a tough cut, man. It's a tough cut. I didn't know too much about nutrition then as well. So maybe
what did you walk around about?
I think for lightweight, I was like 86 kilos, man. Yeah, I'm a big boy.
Amateur as well.
Yeah.
Big cut for amateur, man. It's a big cut for amateur.
I probably walk around about 84, 85 at the moment. I think at the moment I'm a bit more skinnier now. I'm like 82 now. But yeah, we did like a 16 kilo cut for lightweight, man. That was crazy, and that's my first time doing it as well, right? So
did you do water as well? Was it mainly diet or what?
What's that, sorry, bro?
Was it mainly diet, or was it like water cut as well and the rest of it?
A lot of it was diet, to be fair. I dieted down to about 76, and then we did 6 kilos in the sauna the day before. So that was a tough cut, man. And then ever since that day, I was like, I'm doing lightweight again.
Fucking nutcase.
I'm not doing lightweight again. But come to think of it, I probably will go back down to lightweight, to be fair, after this one. Just because I think I'll be I'll be all right there. Now I know a bit more about nutrition and stuff like that and how my body works. I'll be able to, be all right.
What are you walking around about now then? Still 81, 82 sort of thing?
I'm about 82 at the minute. That's only because I'm just trying to cut. I'm cutting a bit now because I'm 4 weeks out. I'm just trying to bring it down about. But I'm usually walking around about 85 kilos, man.
That's quite a nice. That sort of 5-6 kilo mark from your weight division is about right. That's about nice, especially for
it's perfect
as well. Because the thing to bear in mind is that the old cliche thing is if you're going to compete at that weight, but you don't train at that weight, you're not practicing what you're doing. Like I practice for competing X amount of weight kilos over my competition weight. So now I feel that much weaker, that much more depleted, that much more fucked in general. Like how many days have you sparred but the night before you had to water cut and weigh in? Never have you cut that much weight and then sparred the next day. And there's enough times right now probably when you're in a deficit, fatigued and sparring is a bit dog shit. You're like, you know what, I haven't got that pep, haven't got that little bit of
it's not working. Like, why is my body not working?
Literally, it's like you're expected to fight 100% like output in the worst state ever. And we just think, just business as usual.
Yeah, do it. I mean, it's gruesome, it's horrible.
But this is kind of what you're saying there makes a lot of sense. Like taking that step to make sure the nutrition's a bit more, regular, a bit more on point, make sure that it's more structured, because otherwise it's just guesswork. That's essentially what it comes down to, bro science. We love a bit of bro science. It's so funny. And I'll tell you what's hilarious is fighters and fighters' friends, every conversation's like Fat Club. What's your diet like? What's your weight like? Oh, you're looking trim. Are you looking lean? Oh, you're potting a bit. I was like, all right, fuck off.
Oh, you're looking heavy. That's the one I get, and I'm like, oh, you're heavy. What are you?
I was at corner, apparently. Fuck that. You're enjoying yourself. Now, that's the point as well. I normally ask this at the end, but I'll ask this now because it's funny. Favorite takeaway post like win face like celebration meal? Go on, when you're gonna go big before you go home.
Oh, you know what, mate? I love me burgers.
What's
I
your
look, you
burger?
know, like
Talk
the
to me.
dirty burgers, big dirty burgers.
Oh, oh,
Yeah, and like the dirty fries as well.
oh, mate, that's filthy. Go on.
You're getting me excited. I'm gonna have to go and have a little cheat meal, I think.
I was gonna say a smile perked up out now. Where'd that come from? Couldn't find that earlier. What's in the dirty burger there? We're
that's
talking.
me, man. Burgers, pizza, stuff like everything that's bad for you. Yeah, I love it.
Don't we all? Oh, look at that smile. It brought back to life again. I'll have to see it.
Yeah.
That's it, mate. I'll let you crack on in just a minute. A couple of last questions for him. First one is you're about to walk out. What advice do you give to yourself to perform in the best headspace?
To be fair, the way I look at it, right? I know I've done everything that I possibly can. I've cut no corners. I've attended every session. I've hit every run. I've did all my strength work. My diet's been in check. I didn't have that little cheat meal when I wanted to, stuff like that. And in my headspace now, I'm thinking, there's no way this guy can beat me because I've done everything. There's no chance he's outworked me. No chance. And if he has, fair play to him. But I know in my heart of hearts, I've worked hard for this. So I'm going to reap the rewards. And that's the way I look at it, man. I just try to outwork everyone in like every specific area, whether it be my boxing, my running, my wrestling, stuff like that. So when I'm there, that's what psychs me up. Like I'm ready to go now because I've worked for it.
So with that, how do you find recovery? Because the temptation with this attitude right there, David Goggins shit of get hard, get after it, always feel miserable and upset and fatigued and injured and everything else. How do you find that bit from I've given red session energy of 100% output, can't do anything afterwards, to then the next session and then the next session? How do you find that recovery? How do you find that, I don't know, the sustainability in it?
Yeah, I just kind of just do it, even if I'm tired. Even if I'm tired. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes I'll listen to my body. Sometimes I'll just feel like, whoa, I'm gonna have to take the night off.
So I'll see me through it. Don't let me recover. Let's get the fries in as well.
So I'm very wise of it now. Before I used to just maybe 100% every session, and I've had to I remember once I had to pull out of a fight because I got injury. I'm not I'm injured. So now I kind of listen to my body, but thankfully my body allows me to just keep just keep at it, and I keep the nutrition side of stuff, like my protein intake high, stuff like that, my carbohydrates, stuff like that. So in regards to recovery, sometimes I do feel a bit, but I just go and do it, man. You know what I mean? I just get it done.
Oh, 100%. It's that kind of attitude of, ticking the boxes and showing up, at least getting that bit.
Yeah.
This is something people don't seem to realize or appreciate is resilience. You build that up. Your standards get that bit high. You can do that bit more. And again, your norms change because you build that resistance, like lifting weights. Progressively, you can start lifting the heavier weights because you've been consistent and you add in that little bit more, that little bit more, that little bit more.
Yeah.
And again, your standards change, your mindset changes, much like that kind of grit to win that fight is that grit to, okay, I want to quit. I want to set out this round. This higher belt was called me out for a roll. I can't be fucked. I could say I've got an injury, but no, all right. Slapping a bump and just trying not to cry too much. You know what I mean?
That's it. Yeah.
Wasn't all a check between friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it, bro.
Big up Rams. My man. Oh, so happy to see him get the win, man. So happy to see him.
What a fight. I was sitting cage side, my head was hurting. They were banging each other in the face, man. I was like, oh, I had a headache the next day. What a fight. Man. What a fight. Yeah.
I need to catch up on also Cage Warriors as well. I need to catch up on that.
Yeah.
Seeing the result, man. I'm so happy for him. So happy for him.
Super happy. He's it's a tough fight, man, but he come out the other side of it. So all good.
He's a genuine bloke as well. I remember chatting to him at the one.
A top guy, man.
I think it was either the one you fought or the one I fought at, where just chatting to him about how the whole thing of ticket sales and the whole faff of everything, and just they're going through that initial stint of no one really wants to know, no one really. You put a post up, you get all the red receipts, but then people, you got one, Oh, my mate will come. The rest of you start appreciating that, and I love when people start getting it. They start getting their rhythm with it. They start getting the wins. I love it, man. I love it. It's infectious.
Yeah, you just rack up. Yeah. You rack it up. You're on that roller coaster. Ooh.
That's it. A couple more. Last one for the set of questions anyway is day one beginner walks in the gym, full of beans, full of enthusiasm. What do you advise them to get them started on the right foot?
Consistency, man. Just be consistent with it. A lot of people get, especially with the wrestling. I find it's the wrestling side. People won't get it, and they're just like, not for me. Not for
Too
me.
hard.
Yeah, too hard. I don't want to do it. I don't want to think too much. But yeah, I'd say just consistency, man. Just keep coming. Just keep coming to the sessions. Keep listening as well. Even now, you see many top fighters, like professionals, and that they're always willing to learn, man. And that's a very important thing about mixed martial arts as well. You just got. I'm almost like a sponge when I'm in there, man. I'm just like, whoa, I'm taking it all in from everyone, bro. From fighters to people that don't even compete, and they're still teaching me stuff. You know what I mean? So it's good. Yeah. So for a beginner, you just be consistent, man, and just graft, just work hard, and just be consistent with it.
Oh, 100%. A couple of little things, just general sponsors and everything else. Obviously, our mutual friend, Mr. Richard Wright, Mr. Eric Skier himself, the GOAT, the man himself.
The man.
Do you work with him as well? Does he sponsor any of your guys, yourself, or anyone?
No, I don't work with him. I just speak to him a lot, to be fair. He's such a cool guy. Such a cool guy. Yeah, and I see his t-shirts everywhere, man. It's crazy. So he's killing it. He's smashing it, man. Fair play to him.
Again, he's one of these, much like my friend Techie Fightwear, Danny Newman as well.
Yeah.
People like that who are just they love it. They love the sport. Not always able to compete in it, not other commitments. Obviously, Richard's got kids and everything else, but he loves it. They get stuck in, they do their bit to try and contribute. And again, they're doing the shout outs, the giveaways, and giving people like ourselves a platform to help, build each other up. I love that stuff. I love it so much.
Yeah. Oh, it's sick, man. It's sick.
So for you, thank you very much for your time, first and foremost. Sponsors, social media, where can people find you, and who could they reach out to get some of the goods?
Yeah, so obviously my Instagram, Jordan Sood _MMA. And then you could find this face anywhere.
That's
you know what I mean?
Everywhere.
Yeah, I just wanted to do a quick shout out to my sponsor, Supology. Such a sick guy. He helps me with my my recovery, just like what we were talking about before. So we did like the CBD oils, muscle balms, and that's super sick, man. So if anyone needs any decent recovery, good recovery, get onto my main man Stu at Supology, because his stuff's 10/10. Trust me.
Perfect. And again, I see him on the canvas and battling, and people like that, much like myself, are people who love the sport, give to the sport, and want the sport to keep going. Because people like yourself, the ticket sellers, the people who are successful, they help more than anything else. And again, the business like myself who contribute to it. It all adds up. These shows don't come out of nowhere. You'll see outside looking in that you just go to a show, you fight and go home. Well, to get that show, you need to get the venue, you need to get the tickets, get and find that all this there's so much goes into it.
Yeah,
people don't appreciate that. They think, promoters can't making me sell the tickets as well. You can't put food on his table with good intentions and a good fight.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So you have to work both ways, man. That's good.
Well, thank you very much for your time, my friend. Be sure to check out our podcast sponsors, the English Hypnotist and Good Performance Nutrition. Richard Hart. When it comes to mindset, talking to Jordan again, you see how important that is, that kind of grip. And to find what works for you, Richard Hart's been game changing for me. So check him out, the English Hypnotist. And performance nutrition, Good Performance Nutrition, Dan Good, former professional MMA fighter, family man, people oriented person, affordable protein, tastes good. What more do you want? So those two. And again, check out fisticuffspodcast.com for all your merch and good vibes needs.